Hi everyone. Hope everybody's doing well today. I'm having a great day. It's happy Saturday. It's a nice weekend. So hopefully you guys are off so you can watch the video, or if you are working, hopefully you guys can get home to have some time to do some retro gaming on your own. Guys, today we're going to do another. It's been a while since. It's been at least 5 or 6 months since I've done a video for this. This is a Sega CD Mortal Kombat 1 playthrough. I thought it'd be fun to do again. I've already got a playlist kind of set up if you guys are interested, where I have a Scorpion playthrough on Sega CD and a Raiden playthrough as well. But today we're going to do it with Sub-Zero. And first of all, a couple things to let you know. Sega CD version, it is an upgrade. While it's an upgrade from the Sega Genesis version, it's not a huge upgrade. So for example, the graphics are still the same. You know, most of the gameplay is still the same. But what they did add was pretty cool. They added some more sound and more voice during during the whole game when you're playing through it. They also added the blood without having to use a cheat code or anything like that. And it also has the cool little Mortal Kombat 1 Mortal Monday commercial in the very beginning of it, which if you guys haven't already seen that, if you go to my Sega CD playthrough of Mortal Kombat and you pick Scorpion, you'll see it there. I played the actual commercial there. So, but yeah, guys, it's a great version. I got this game. I'm playing this on a Raspberry Pi right now, but I did get this game originally when it came out back in the day, and I loved it. Even back then though, I didn't think it was a huge increase from the Sega Genesis game, but I still loved it. It's a great game. It's a great version of Mortal Kombat. It plays similar to the arcade. There's a few differences, but it does play similar to the arcade version. And the differences were enough to make me happy, back then, back as a kiddo. And like I said, even today, I still love this version of the game. The arcade, of course, is still the best to me. But graphics aside on this game, everything else to it, it's really awesome. I love it. I'm just not super impressed with the way it looks. But other than that, again, like I said, it's a great game, and has some great. It's a great game just to play through, and it feels good. It feels similar to the arcade version. That being said, today, guys, I'm going to use Sub-Zero today for a playthrough. However, I'm going to be using I don't know if you can see it or not, an Xbox 360 controller. There it is, Xbox 360 controller. I have a fight stick. I'm just not wanting to mess with it right now. I thought it'd be fun to just try this controller anyways. So when I try to shoot his eyes, don't be surprised if I have issues with it, because for some reason when I try to do like the Hadouken motion on this particular controller, I have a hard time with it. So I've used other D-pads on other 360 controllers and stuff like that, and it works fine. But for some reason this one gives me issues. So, but anyways, guys, let's crank it up and we'll get started. Hope you guys enjoy the video. It's about 12, and hopefully you guys can still hear me. I think I already have it set up on very hard, but let's double check. Yep, there we go. And let's get started. A little Sub-Zero action here. And as usual, guys, the goal is to play this through with 1 credit. Not saying I'll be able to do that. That is the absolute goal. We're not going to do anything super crazy as far as tricks go. We're just going to do what we know to get through the game. And we're going to try to do the Fatality to everybody as well. But again, this kind of crappy D-pad might not allow me to do that. Yeah, I love that I think in the Sega Genesis version, they don't have the Fatality music. So I'm glad that they actually added this to the Sega CD version. And some of these vocals that you're hearing as Shang Tsung is talking, it's also nice and refreshing to actually hear on this version. Because I think the Sega Genesis is lacking some of those sounds as well, some of those voices. shoot my ice faster, I'd be a lot better off. But unfortunately, I can't. I got that time. Try again. I got him. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I have a hard time with this D-pad getting that ice out, so you'll probably see me make a lot of mistakes as far as that goes. I probably won't use it quite as much just because of that alone. See, that was a little bit delayed. That too, a little bit delayed. It worked, but damn. I just have to resort to my high kick against him. When he does his flying kick, I may just have to start. See, I can't even do his freaking fatality. Oh well. When he does a little flying kick, I may just have to start doing high kicks out of the air because it seems like there's a little bit of a delay in me being able to pull off the uppercut. And it's hard enough for me to throw the ice in this game, so. Yeah, same old strategy. They like to just try to throw the projectiles from a distance and you can use a jump kick over it. They do tend to sometimes throw the projectile like that right there. They tend to throw it a little bit later than they would in the actual arcade version, but it's still your kick still connects. So that's good. Barely able to pull that off in time before she gets out of the way. I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to attempt the bonus stage. It is hard. I'm not fast. I'm not that fast at pressing buttons. So, as far as quickly pressing a button over and over again, I'm not that fast at it. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just going to skip this. It is incredibly hard for me to do that one. Even just the wood one, the very basic bonus stage. I have such a hard time doing it. Nothing flying by the moon, so no chance of a reptile visit. Boy, he's just going crazy here. If I'm not mistaken, I can still do the same standing high kick strategy I use against Johnny Cage a lot. Just trying to freeze him was a chore though. Got me. Let's try the standing high kick thing, where it just keeps running to your high kick. I think I can still do that in this version, just like the arcade. If you guys are interested in seeing me fight Reptile, I did on the live stream about a week or so ago. I did get the opportunity to fight against Reptile on the arcade version, and also I have a couple of shorts showing you how to do it with Raiden. So if you want to see a reptile fight, just look at some of my more recent videos. You'll be able to see it. There we go. Just knocked him off here. Alright, who we got next? Kano should be pretty easy. I just can't. This D-pad just tears me up, and I want to use the analog stick. I don't like using analog sticks for the home version of games. Maybe I should have got my Fire Stick out. Oh well. Too late now. It's really hard to catch Raiden with that too. The arcade version is not so bad, but trying to catch Raiden with your freeze as a counter move, it's really tough. He usually lands after he does that little Superman dive. He usually lands before you get the freeze to him, no matter how fast I am with the freeze. Oh, I thought I got it. Yeah, guys, I remember getting this game back in the day. I want to say around 94, 95. God, it was such an awesome time. I loved having it on the Sega CD. Actually, I already had it on the Sega Genesis, but I was super excited for this game. I think I got it at Sears back then. I can't remember exactly where I got this one at. I usually remember where I got most of my games. This one I can't remember, but I think it might have been Sears, because back then Sears was also carrying video games. I also remember the first time I saw Sega CD, Sears had a demo of it, and I remember seeing it there. And it was the other Sega CD. It was the one with it was the first version. It was the one where it was like you put it down below your Sega Genesis, not beside it. It was way cool. I just would stare at it and watch the video over and over again. I was just blown away by the digitized graphics on it. Did it again. Yeah, I have a hard time doing this Fatality on this one, guys. Sorry. Alright, now we're back to endurance matches. Shouldn't be too bad. Cage and Sonya. If you guys want to see any other kind of playthroughs, let me know. I have just about every arcade version of Mortal Kombat on almost all formats, not quite. But this Raspberry Pi gives me quite a bit of different versions of it. See, it's just that D-pad's kind of messed up. There we go. Keep trying to beat Johnny Cage differently, but may have just have to resort to that roundhouse. It's just that move, isn't it? Yeah, that's how I do it. That was awesome. Nice to come out. like I said before, I think the Sega CD version is great. I just wish graphically it would have been an upgrade also from the Sega Genesis version. Graphic-wise, it's basically the same game. Oh, here we go. We got a Reptile message, I think. There we go. It's a lot more common on this version to see a Reptile message. I've noticed that. The ice. Nope, careful the ice. Won't let me. There we go. Yeah, they fall for the same old crap they do in the arcade. Mostly. In fact, I'd probably venture off to say that the arcade version, to me, for me to play through, is probably easier than this version. That's one of the only bad things about the Sega CD version is you have to wait for the next character to load up. So it's disc-based, you know. And same thing with Shang Tsung. When you fight Shang Tsung, you have to wait for him to do his, when he morphs. When Shang Tsung morphs, you have to wait a couple seconds for him to change. So it makes the screen pause for a couple seconds. That's probably the only bad thing about the Sega CD version versus the Sega Genesis version. It's a little bit of a delay in between the endurance characters. And again, like I said, Shang Tsung's morphing. They really fall for that jump kick more than anything. Oh, he caught me with that uppercut. I didn't realize it. Finally got a good freeze. There we go. No tricky weird glitch that I know of against against Goro in this game. So one great thing though I will say about this, and I think the Sega Genesis version is the same way. I think I've already mentioned it honestly in another video, but one cool thing is he does the same, like your damage does the same amount of damage it does to Goro as it does to other characters, which is awesome. Because most of the time, like in the arcade version, for example, when you hit Goro, it doesn't do as much damage to him. It's a little bit slower to beat him. So that's one kind of cool thing. Doesn't mean it's gonna be any easier for me, but but yeah, like I said, like when you uppercut him and when you uppercut somebody else, it's the exact same amount of damage versus like the arcade version where it does about half the damage. So that's pretty awesome. Hey, what do you know? I pulled off with the trees. Oh, not again. Yeah, like I said, faster to kill him. I love it. See, you have to take a long pause. It takes a long pause in order to for him to morph into anybody. There's also no vocals. I guess maybe there's no vocals right here because it's actually Shang Tsung you're fighting. That's why it doesn't say fight, or it could be just something they messed up on. I'm not sure. See, it doesn't say fight or anything. There we go. Wasn't too bad. I've always been disappointed how the Sega version of the game didn't do that whole thing like when you beat him in the arcade or Super Nintendo. It shows Shang Tsung stand up and all the souls come out of him. It's pretty cool. So I was always disappointed they didn't do that in this version. It kind of seems less dramatic. You know, it doesn't seem to be as exciting of to beat the game. But there you have it, guys. Sub-Zero playthrough on Sega CD version on Very Hard. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy playing through this game. Any opportunity, any excuse for me to play through this game, I'm going to do it. So, and again, please make your suggestions. If you want to see me play on some other systems or the arcade versions, let me know. I've already got several playlists. I've got a playlist out there that has all 7 characters arcade single credit playthroughs, I believe. And I've just started this Sega CD one. I already had a couple playthroughs from before, like I said, with Scorpion and Raiden. But now, if you check the playlist, I'll also have this added to it as well, my Sub-Zero playthrough. And if you like these, let me know. I'll do more of them. I've, that puts up 3, but I've got 4 other characters I could do. Liu Kang, Sonya, Cage, and Kano. I can still do those. So, if you guys want to see how I play through those characters, yeah, let me know. I appreciate it. Great game, great game. Very good for the time period that it came out in. I think it's a very good translation from the arcade. So nowadays, obviously, you can't get away with this. It'd be expected to make it just arcade perfect nowadays, but or even better, But I think all that considered for the time period, it came out to be a pretty good translation from the arcade. Alright guys, that is all I have for you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we will catch you in the next video. Thank you.